Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing how to free yourself from victim of abuse. So I'm going to explain what I understand by abuse. And abuse could be form of harassment or bully. So we're going to look into these various forms and from my understanding what abuse is. So abuse in my own term could be any form of control that inflicts pain to someone else. So the pain could come emotionally, physically, spiritually, or financially, right? So today I'm going to address the issues because abuse is a big it's an issue that needs to be addressed, and people who are being abused, they tend like they don't have the strength or the courage to speak up. So I'm going to give you some tricks on how to defend yourself and set yourself free from the bondage. So I'm going to talk about the physical abuse. So if you find yourself in any way, any form of someone inflicting pain on your physical appearance, like your body, or any form of pain on your body, like beating, whatever. So it's an abuse, and you need to find a better way to move out of that situation. Like if someone is punching you, you should be able to walk away because you are not a punching bag. So standing there, getting the pains all over your body that the person did not create. You remember, it's a temple of God, right? You shouldn't allow any human being to inflict pain on your body, right? On your physical appearance. So you should be able to walk away, seek for defense. And in any situation that you don't have the strength to walk away, the best advice I will give is to ask God for a second chance for your defense, like the way Samson did. Ask God to help you, to set you free from that bondage. If you notice that you don't even have the strength, that you can't even breathe, you are struggling to be free, the best option is either, if you cannot scream or you don't know what to do, you're just stranded, you are tired of struggling, it's better for you to pray. Pray for God to come to your rescue. And I promise you today that He will definitely come because He has always been there for us. It's left for us to open our mouth and ask for the help, because He's the only one that comes in times of trouble. Even in the darkest place, in a hidden room, in that hidden place that you are being physically abused and no one else knows, or no one can hear your scream, no one can see you, you know that you are just left there. Let Him be your last trial. Let God be your last person to call. Let Him be your last hope. So call on Him whenever you experience physical or any form of abuse. So we're going to talk about the emotional abuse. Emotional abuse can come in various ways. It could come from the words of mouth or action, the way we act to our fellow human being. The way we talk, the way we act, the way we treat our neighbors, our colleagues, our students, our couple, our spouse, our family member. It's and inflict pains emotionally. It's an abuse. So the advice I'll give here on how to set yourself free from emotional abuse is to walk away. Walking away it will give you the confidence to stand, like, to defend yourself. Walking away, for example, why we should walk away is that you are not a trash or a trash can. You don't let someone pour trash on you, say whatever they want to say, or behave anyhow they want to behave, and go. No. If you will stink, you will be the one to bear the pains alone. So it's better you walk away, let the trash pour on the floor, or be wasted, right? Like, so the best advice I'll give is walk away. And if you find yourself in a situation that you think walking away is not the option, I advise you to speak up, like speak back. But sometimes speaking back may be misinterpreted. You you could they could label you as a nagging person, right? Or a rude person, that especially for children, when our mothers talk to us and say all sort of things, call us names, and we can't bear it anymore, and we don't know what to say. If we accept those things that they say to us, it will ruin our life forever. Like, it's something that goes long way, right? So we need to speak back. So the best way to speak back is to gently, especially if the people are very older than us, speak back a little in a low tone. Just tell yourself, if someone calls you, you are a fool, you say, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool, in Jesus' name. You can claim it, that you're not this, you're not that. But don't let the person that says that see you. And the advice I will give to people who calls names to other fellow human beings. If that person is your family member or your colleague and you call the person a fool, that means you have been working with a fool, so you as well is a fool. And if you call your child a mother, you call your child a fool, that means you are a mother of a fool. So it goes along to other people who abuse other people emotionally without even knowing it. When we point hand back like this, it reflects back on us. So we should be careful of how we talk to our fellow human being or how we relate or act, right? So it can sometimes be an abuse. We won't even know. So I'll talk about the physical abuse, the financial abuse. If you find yourself in any situation that someone is manipulating your income, controlling your income, you've worked hard and someone is there to tell you how to spend, how to do this, maybe in a wrong way, not in a way to help you. And in that way, it hurts your feeling, right? It's an abuse. So the best way to do this is speak up. You have to speak up because the person it doesn't use the same strength that you used for that labor. So it's your labor and you will have to reap the fruit of it and not someone else reaping it for you. And at the same time controlling your pains or controlling you and inflicting pains on you. So we should be aware when someone is abusing us. So the last one is the spiritual abuse. So spiritual abuse, it has to go spiritually. When someone is controlling your spirit, how how you behave, so many ways it's spiritually, we have to go spiritually as well. So we pray that God will help us to fight back. Because if someone controls your spirit, I tell you, you are lost. You're far away and you need deliverance. So you need deliverance spiritually too, for you to be free from that abuse. So, and advice I'll give to everyone is before you open your mouth to speak to someone else, think, think, think first before you vomit or speak out to that person. That you have the power over your colleague, your children, your student does not give you the right to speak, because what you say will be added, to be judged by God. They'll record it for you. Apart from that, however we treat our fellow human being always comes back to us, whether we know it or we don't know it. It's called nemesis. Sometimes we don't even know. Later in the future, we'll be asking ourselves, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? And every time that we abuse someone and the person never fights back, or the person pays good with evil, pays evil with good, I notice that the abuser, the person abusing other person, is always a failure. No how, they're always a failure. The people that we abuse are always superior than we that abuse them. Whether we know it or we don't know it, it's something, a fact that I have proved and I've seen it. So we should be very careful on the way we treat our fellow human being. Do unto others the way you want them to do unto you. That is the law of nature. So you should be very careful on the way you act, the way you speak. Who you beat is not a punching bag. You don't have the right to inflict pain on someone's physical nature, the body. You are not the one that created that. And why would you even stand for someone to inflict pain on you? Walk away. Find a solution. Find a solution to free yourself. If you cannot, ask God to help you, like the way Samson asked God to give him a second chance to defeat his enemies. So ask God to give you a second chance. I know that some people, like my classmate who lost her life over physical abuse. She has been quiet, nobody to fight for her. She couldn't speak up. So it's something that we need to address. This is a big issue we need to address. So you speak up and learn how to defend yourself. So the best way, if you don't have anyone to teach you, is to be prayerful, because prayer is the key to manipulate others who manipulate you and inflict pains on you. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson, and I will be grateful if you could subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so that anytime I post another video, you'll be updated. Thank you and God bless. Bye.